Hello and welcome to drillingcontractor.org. I'm Kelly Ainsworth here at the 2016 IADC Advanced Rig Technology Conference in Galveston. Earlier this morning, the Advanced Rig Technology Committee and its subcommittees gave update about their ongoing work. Bob Judge of GE Oil and Gas is co-chairman of the Future Technology Subcommittee, and he's here to tell us more about what the committee is currently doing. How are you today, Bob?
I'm doing great, thanks.
The Future Technology Committee is working to increase the pace of the adoption of new technologies and ideas into the oil and gas industry. Why is this important?
So historically, the oil and gas industry has been pretty conservative in its adoption or uptake of new technologies compared to other industries. And so what that does is it sort of stifles the ability of technology to solve problems. So what we're trying to do is create a mechanism where we can put people together to advance or accelerate that adoption and put things in people's hands that they could use today.
You mentioned that the committee is taking a three-phase approach to encouraging the adoption of new ideas and technology. Could you tell us about this?
Sure. The first phase is to learn from our past successes and past failures, right? Because that's just as important to learn what doesn't work as opposed to learn what does work. The second is the idea of getting the ideas out from the operator community or the drilling contractor community of what is it that they think they need. Right? Entrepreneurs are really good at coming up with ideas on their own, but they don't necessarily meet a need that a drilling contractor and operator might need. So just the idea of funneling what the requirements are, what just the desires are of the drilling contractor and operator community is extremely important in order to get those solutions out there that might solve that problem. So facilitating that is important. And then finally, just making the connection between the two and giving some feedback to the entrepreneurial types of what's important. Right, because people tend to fall in love with technology, right? And when they do that, they sometimes ignore commercial and product reality. And any idea is just an idea, and it may just end up sitting in a binder, all the work that's done, unless somebody is thinking ahead of what's the commercial model, what does this look like as a product, and how do I get this in the industry's hands?
Could you tell us about the committee's new Spark Tank initiative?
Yeah, sure, we're excited about this. It's built on the Shark Tank TV show, obviously. It's an opportunity for entrepreneurial types or people who have invented a technology to get feedback directly from operators, drilling contractors, and strangely enough, most importantly, financial people. So we'll have CFOs from companies or M&A people sit on the board as well, or the Shark Tank, to ask questions. Not just ask questions, but also give pointers and give feedback of, you might think of this, and then I'll consider it. So hopefully all of that will accelerate the time from idea till time to product.
And you've already held one Spark Tank. What did you learn from that, and when will the next one be taking place?
So one of the things we learned is on the panel that's giving feedback, we have to have some diversity. We actually had 2 people from 2 different companies. So of the 4 people, they only represented 2 companies, and they sort of had similar corporate philosophies. So in order to get a wider range of input or feedback, I think the makeup needs to be 4 separate individuals from 4 separate companies. From a technology perspective, we had some people introduce some really interesting ideas that hopefully some connections were made, that people will sponsor those ideas and bring them from just a inventor's head to the market as quick as possible. So the next Spark Tank will occur October 27th at the IADC offices on Richmond, starting at 9 a.m. So I encourage anybody who's watching this, come on out.
Well, thank you for joining us today, Bob, and giving us a look at what the committee's been up to.
That's my pleasure. Thanks for your great work at Drilling Contractor Magazine.
And thank you for joining us on drillingcontractor.org.